So hello student, welcome back to the Genius Print Education, and today I am going to start class 7 science chapter 1. Okay, so as I already told in our earlier video that I will take all these classes. It may take sometimes because of some problems, but I have committed that I will take all this video up to 10, all that means physics, chemistry, biology, math, and for this 11 12 I will take also another session by taking this different teacher. So if you get this this kind of this video from this means for science background all these classes, you can subscribe our channels and hit the bell icon so that you can get this entire notification regarding our video. Okay, so in our earlier classes I have uploaded class 6 science. Okay, so without wasting time, let's start. So today I'm going to tell you about this nutrition in plant. This is the chapter 1 of class 7 NCERT books. Okay, so nutrition in plants. So first of all we have to understand what is nutrition. Okay, what is nutrition? See, as we know, nutrition you can say is one kind of process through which we can get these food items, and after consuming these food items we take energy. Okay, so this is one kind of process. So let's see in inside part of this books what is written. In class 6 you have learned that food is essential for all living organisms. Okay, all living organisms. You also learned that the carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins and minerals are components of food. Now, the components of food are necessary for our body and called as nutrients. Okay, that means all the components which are necessary for our body are called the nutrients. Okay, so it's a nutrient. So what are these nutrients? Carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamin, minerals and water, sometimes roughage also. So these are different nutrients. Okay, so next word is all living organisms requires food. Plant can make their food themselves, but animals include humans cannot. Okay, because all of you know that plants are plants. As you know, plants are producer. Okay, plants are producer. For that reason they can produce their own food. Okay, so all the animals are dependent for their food on this plant. So these are different things. And next part is that mode of nutrition in plant. What are the mode of nutrition? uh, all of you know that the plants can only produce their own food with the help of these minerals taking from the soils, and in presence of sunlight taking carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. So plants can produce. Now plants are the only organisms that can prepare food for themselves by using this water, carbon dioxide and minerals. Now the raw materials are present in their surroundings. Okay, so through this way plants can produce their own food. Here next thing is the natural enable the nutrients enable living organisms to build their body, to grow, to repair damaged part and their bodies, and provide this energy to carry out the life processes. Nutrition is the mode of taking by food by an organisms and its. Okay, so what they have explained is that nutrients basically enables us to grow, maintain our body and making immunity from these different diseases. Okay, and nutrients, you know that the mode of the taking food. Nutrition is actually the mode of taking this food, and nutrients are these components, or protein, carbohydrate, minerals, etc. These things are called this nutrient. And nutrition is what? Nutrition is the mode of this taking this food. Okay, so these two important word is written there. Next is utilization. Okay, is these things. The mode of the nutrition in living organisms make food themselves from simple substances is autotrophic. See, it's a very important things you have to learn. What is autotrophic mode of nutrition? or which are autotroph. See, auto means what? Auto means selves, they have given there, and trophos means what? Nourishment. Okay, trophos means nourishment. So autotrophic mode of nutrition means those plants and animals which can produce their own food are known as this autotrophic, and this process is called this autotrophic mode of nutrition. Okay, so this is actually autotrophic mode of nutrition. Okay, so auto means self and trophos means nourishment. That means self nourishment, and only plant can produce their own food, and that is why they are called this autotroph. Okay, so these things is now. See, here is autotroph there. Therefore, the plant are called the autotroph. All of you know that plants are called what? Autotrophs. And animals are called what? Heterotrophs. Animals are called what? Heterotrophs. Because they cannot prepare their own food. They are totally dependent for in plants for making their food. Okay, so that's why there is heterotrophs. Now it is photosynthesis. Okay, so photosynthesis. All of you know what is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process through which plants can produce their own food. Okay, in simple word I can say it. Photosynthesis is a process through which plant can produce their own food. Now we will discuss how this plant produce their own food, and what are the chemical reaction regarding it. I will discuss all these things. Okay, so let's start. So here leaves are the food factors of this plant. Yes, all of you know that. It's also called the kitchen of this plant, because plant can produce their food in these leaves. That is why it is also called food factories. Okay, now the synthesis of this food in plants occur in leaves. Now, therefore all these raw materials must be rich their water and minerals present in their soils, absorbed by the roots, and this transported to the leaves. Okay, so this is things here. Carbon dioxide from air is taken through their tiny pores present on the surface of the leaves. The pores are surrounded by the guard cell. Such pores are called the stomata. Yes, all of you know that. Suppose, I am drawing here it is. Suppose if it is a plant, if it suppose it's a leaves. Okay, so if it is a leaves, then if I take this part, I will see that these sections is like that. There is small openings. These openings is called actually stomata. Okay, this is called actually stomata, and through this way oxygen and carbon dioxide are getting inserted into the inside part of the leaves. Okay, so if it is inside part of the leaves, and this is a small pores or tiny pores, this process is called the stomata, and these sections is also called this guard cell. These two cells is called the guard cell. Waters and minerals are transported through leaves by these vessels, which runs like this pipe throughout these roots, the stems, the branches, and the leaves. What they told here, actually some of the small tube-like structure is there, like that. Tube-like structures is there. Once that means one openings is for uh, for this getting back this food materials which is produced in the plant, that means leaves of the plants, and another opening tube-like structure is for getting these minerals from the soil. Okay, minerals from the soil. So it is taking these minerals, and this section is for this taking what, taking food item. So minerals taking part is called the xylem for use, that means xylem, and this tube-like structure. Okay, so these things are explained here. They have not used these two names, but I have told you for your, that means extra information. Okay, so these things, xylem and phloem. Here the leaves have the green pigment which is called the chlorophyll. Okay, so let me explain these things. What is chlorophyll? See, suppose if it is a leaves, okay, so the upper part of this leaves is completely filled up with green part or green pigment. For that reasons we see the leaves as green, because this green pigment is called the chlorophyll. Okay, this green pigment is called the chlorophyll, and this chlorophyll helps to prepare their food. Okay, so when the sunlight actually falls in this upper shade of this leaves, and this minerals that means enter here through these different cells of these plants, this food is actually prepared in this green segment. Okay, so this is called chlorophyll. And another kind of these plants is also available, which are called ornamental plant. These leaves colors is not green, they have different cell. So this is not regarding our chapter now, but I have told you. Okay, so you should keep in mind that this chlorophyll sections is on the upper part of this plant leaves, which helps to prepare their own food. Okay, and this process is called what? The process is called the photosynthesis. Okay, it's called the photosynthesis. See, this energy is used to synthesize or prepare the food, carbon dioxide and water synthesis, etc., for occurrence in this present of the sunlight. Now it is called the photosynthesis. I'm sure you have understand that what is photosynthesis. So photosynthesis, I can define it as the process of making the food of plants by taking carbon dioxide from the air, minerals from the soils in present of sunlight, with the help of the chlorophyll. So this process is called the photosynthesis. In case of the photosynthesis, there are 6 oxygen is necessary, 6 carbon dioxide is necessary. Okay, so let me write this equation also. 6CO2 plus 6H2O plus some minerals. Okay, some minerals or minerals in the form of water in present of sunlight. Here in the upper under part will present of chlorophyll. They can produce what? They can produce glucose, whose symbol is C6H12O6 plus 6O2 plus some energy. Okay, so this section should be that means from the right side of this upper part. Okay, upper part is on the left side and this section is on the right side. On the left side is this sections and on the right side is another section. This is called the right side of the equation. Okay, so you have to understand it, and this is the chemical reactions of the photosynthesis. So you should write and learn all these things. Okay, so next part is see what is written there. Here a small information is given about the cell. What is cell? So you have seen that the buildings are made up of the bricks. Similarly, the bodies of the living organisms are made by unit called this cell. So cell can be seen only under the microscope. Some organisms are made only one cell. The cells enclosed by outer boundary called the cell membrane. That means this outer boundary of this cell is called what? Is called the cell membrane. I will discuss it, no problems. Spherical structures of the nucleus, okay, and cytoplasm. See, let me draw these things separately. Suppose it's a cell, okay. The inside part of the cell is called what? Is called the nucleus. Okay. The outer cover of the cell is called the cell membrane. Okay, and this section is actually called the cytoplasm. Okay, so and different cell organelles are also present there. These are called cell organelles, like mitochondria, Golgi bodies, lysosome, etc. Different things are there. Okay, so this is a complete structure of a cell. So cell membrane, nucleus, protoplasm, and this living part of this inside part, that means all the living inside part is called together as what? Is together called protoplasm, and this entire part is called the cytoplasm, and nucleus and cell membranes. Okay, so I'm sure you have understand. You can take the pictures of it also. Here the picture is given there. You can take information about the cell from here it also. Okay, so I have discussed today this half part of the chapters, and that means I will take this another video to finish this next part of it. Okay, so today up to these things I have discussed. Please continue with us to see this next part of this chapters also, and I will take a complete video session for all these chapters. Okay, so you have to subscribe our channels, and please make you motivate that. I will take some time for prepare it, because I have to maintain other things also. As a result, I am not able to take this continuous video, but I have committed you that I will take definitely video. Okay, so please subscribe our channels and hit the bell icon to get all these things. I will not take any money from you. So up to these things today. Okay, and share this video with your friends so that they can also see these things. Okay, so thank you for watching.